Hi everyone, this is Neel Raithatha, also known as the Wax Whisperer. Thank you for joining me in my latest video. We have here a patient who attended with a blocked right ear, and as you can see, this earwax plug is really pushed in right up against their eardrum. And the reason for that is that the patient had admitted to using some cotton swabs. And you may be able to see the indentation of the cotton swab. You can see at the top, the roof of the ear canal, there's a little ridge of wax and skin where I am now, and below that is a circular indentation where the cotton swab had made contact with the wax. Now, what made the procedure difficult, other than the earwax being lodged and stuck against the eardrum, was that the patient was experiencing otalgia, which is the medical name given for earache. And every time I made contact with the earwax, even if it was very gentle contact, they were finding it slightly uncomfortable, which makes it quite difficult to remove because, of course, in order to remove it, I'm going to have to make some contact. So I'm just being really gentle and delicate. At that moment, you may have seen that I withdrew from the ear because the patient just found it a bit uncomfortable when I touched the top part of the ear. Now, the drops is going to hopefully help because it helps to soften the surface of the wax, and it also provides some lubrication. I'm hoping some of this drops is going to squeeze in between the wax and dead skin plug and the canal wall and the eardrum just to loosen it, lubricate it. I just put some more drops in. On this occasion, I used sodium bicarbonate drops. Typically, I use olive oil, medical grade olive oil spray to soften the wax and lubricate the ear canal. But with this plug of wax, it also contains a lot of dead skin, keratin, and sodium bicarbonate is far more effective at loosening and breaking down skin. It doesn't dissolve skin, but what sodium bicarbonate drops does, as soon as it enters the ear, it reacts with a certain acid, a carboxylic acid, which is secreted by bacteria that's feeding on the sebum, which is sebum is an oily lipid secretion made by the ear by the sebaceous glands. So you've got bacteria living on the skin surface, and it feeds off that sebum, and it releases an acid, a carboxylic acid, and the sodium bicarbonate reacts with that. And when it reacts with it, it liberates into carbon dioxide. So it changes from a liquid to a gas, and you can see the effervescence of foaming, and that foaming, that bubbling action is believed to help break down skin cells that form the majority of the earwax plug, and also you've got water in that reaction. So sodium bicarbonate changes into carbon dioxide and water. The skin cells themselves are hydrophilic. They attract water, so they absorb the water. They actually overhydrate. These skin cells swell and they eventually burst, and they burst in the membrane. So it helps to break down the skin plug. Olive oil won't do that. Olive oil will just soften the surface only. It won't penetrate deeper into the wax plug and skin plug. So if someone's got a lot of dead skin, or they've got keratosis obturans, which is a dead skin plug condition, sodium bicarbonate is my preferred choice. Now with sodium bicarbonate, however, if you use it too often, you can get some dryness and itchiness and possible some irritation, because sodium bicarbonate is water-based, and water's bad for your ear because it can wash away all the natural acidity, and being alkaline as well, it changes the pH level of the ear. Our ears are slightly acidic, and the acidity is designed to help fight and inhibit bacterial and fungal growth. By introducing sodium bicarbonate in the ear, the pH level increases, so it becomes more alkaline, and that provides more optimal conditions for bacteria and fungi to thrive in the ear. So I've managed to loosen a lot of the wax and skin around the edge, and I managed to leverage some of the wax out and skin out in order for me to use forceps. Now, I got a decent grip with the forceps, but it just sliced and cut away some of the wax as opposed to extracting it. So I'm just using an ear hook, but the ear was quite narrow, so getting the ear hook in and behind, and as soon as I touched it, the patient found it uncomfortable. So I'm just reverting back to suction. I'm just loosening it around the edge, and we are making some progress now. And you can see this is a sheet of dead skin around the edge. It's skin that's just recently died. So that skin, not so long ago, was lining the ear canal, but it's been replaced by another layer of skin. So this sheet of skin has detached itself from or it's still semi-attached if truth be told, but it's also formed into the skin and wax plug. And the roof of the ear is clearer. There's a bit of a gap there now for sound to enter. And what you'll see in a moment is that this patient had quite a prominent inferior recess. As we approach the eardrum, the ear canal narrows inwards, and around 0.5 centimetre away from the eardrum. That's at the narrowest point of the ear canal. And then after that, it widens again, and it widens anteriorly, so to the front part of the ear canal to the right, and also inferiorly, so to the bottom of the ear canal near the eardrum. And that creates a trench, a pothole, a well, if you like. And this plug was stuck down that. So I had to kind of lift it out of the well, out of the pothole, in order to extract the plug. You can see the eardrum there. It looks nice and healthy. The handle of malleus, so the hammer bone, the blood vessels are slightly dilated, so a bit of vascularization, but that's fine. It's just a bit of skin. I'm just trying to peel away as much as I can. Now, I did stop in a moment or two because some of it was just a bit uncomfortable for the patient. So the pain did instantly alleviate, but of course the ear is going to be a bit tender still because this had really lodged. They felt the hearing had massively improved. They were really struggling with their hearing over the last few weeks, and yeah, it was a big relief for them. It was affecting their work. They also found it difficult to localize sound. So their left ear was clear. So if you've got worse hearing in one ear than the other, and in this case, obviously, it's caused by the wax impaction in the right ear, sounds that are arriving from the right ear was being heard louder in this patient's left ear. So it tricked the brain into perceiving that the sounds are coming from the left side as opposed to the right side. So it really disrupted their ability to localize sounds. I hope you enjoyed that video, guys. Take care, keep well, speak soon, and the moral of that story is to stay away from cotton swab. Thank you, bye.